Well, good evening and welcome to Sell Your Own Product on Amazon for Income and Lifestyle with the emphasis on lifestyle. Every week we kind of open with that and we talk about the lifestyle, but we don't talk too much about the course. So tonight I'm just going to take just a couple extra minutes here and put a shameless plug in for the course because it's important people know this. The course that we teach is Sell Your Own Product on Amazon for Income and Lifestyle. And what the course amounts, right now it's got 42, 43 videos, and I've got another 2 or 3 in the works, which will probably come out this week or so, or something like that on the promotion end, which you'll see over there to the right. There's a new banner over there tonight I put out, and that's got a lot to do with it because we're getting ready to do some really neat stuff, different stuff when it comes to promotion and all that. But that comes if you haven't started the course. That's way down the road for you not till you get your product to Amazon and all that. But what I'm going to tell you about, it's 44 videos, and it takes you from the very beginning, setting up your Amazon account, to all the way to learning what to look for, how to source, where to source, how to get your best buy, and all that, how to set up design your labels, how to design your promos and all that, and like I say, everything you completely know. And if there's something that's missing, just send me and we'll make a video on it or something like that. But as we try. But the most important thing and what makes us a little bit different is, well, two things. The first one is we stress the lifestyle. And the lifestyle, what I firmly believe in, you shouldn't be sorting, you shouldn't be bagging, you shouldn't be labeling products and all that. That should all be done by your suppliers and sent to Amazon, so you've got time to work on your promotions. You're promoting your product, because once you get that product in there, you don't really have, Amazon sells it and everything else sends you a check. You don't really have anything to do except to work on those promotions. And those promotions are important, and they're getting more important every day, because selling on Amazon is not like it used to be. A few years ago, you could take a good product, put it up on Amazon, and it'd sell good. But the problem is now there's a lot more products on Amazon. A lot of them aren't any good, and so Amazon's trying to Amazon is putting the pressure on. They want nothing but good products on there. They're trying to weed out. They just weeded out some here a month ago. And rightly so, because the thing of it is, and I've said this many times, Amazon wants nothing more than for their customers to get the best possible product and service. That's it. That's what Amazon wants. Amazon wants to be the biggest and the best sales place in the whole world. That's what they're aimed for. And the way they're going, they're probably going to accomplish it. Today they came out with a brand new they sent us all a letter about it yesterday, which it calls is for homemade items and everything like that. And I was going to go this afternoon and kind of check it out, but I didn't have time. I was working on this thing you see over here on the right, the Hangouts course creation and all that. So I didn't get a chance, but I'm going to check that out. It's nothing. Well, that's, I guess, is a true private label where you make something and then you send it in or something. I guess that would be about as really private label as you can get. I don't know if we're going to get into that. I used to make draperies. I could make draperies dance and everything like that, but I don't know if there's much of a call for dancing draperies on Amazon these days. But anyway, that being it, I just wanted to tell you about the course because it's those videos. Oh, and the most important, I think, what makes us different is that we believe in the lifestyle. We don't believe you should be we believe that your products, you source your product, you send your products to Amazon, you don't touch it. You don't ever see them, actually, unless you actually order one, or you order one from the supplier and you get it, which is fine, which is what you should do. But then beside that, from day one, you're going to get my phone number and you're going to get my email address, so that I can work with you. We're here to help you. And that's what, from now until eternity, what you go. I had a call yesterday from a guy, one of the course members, who's probably been in the course 3-4 months or something like that. And I hadn't heard from him in a while, and I was just thinking about, just a couple days ago, thinking about shooting him an email and see what was going on. And out of the blue, he called me and said, "Hey, Terry, You know, I'm really excited. I got a lot of stuff going on, and all that, and it's just really nice to keep keep track of the people as they go through the course. So I know, and one of the happiest days of my life is when I get that email or a call saying, "Hey Terry, my product is live on Amazon, and here you can go take a look at it." And man, that just makes my day every time. So I'm going to tell you about it. But those are the things that makes us different. One thing that we believe that we teach the lifestyle method, which means you're not going to be bagging and sourcing and sending boxes to Amazon or any of that kind of stuff. It's all done by the supplier. We teach you how to do it, get it done, and then second, if you want, we actually hold your hand if that's what you want to call it. I don't really know if that's exactly what you want to call it, but that's what we do. You get my personal email, and you get my private cell phone number, and you're welcome to do it anytime from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. You know, I'm available, and I'm there to help you. So that's what makes us different. We're just not where you're going to get a bunch of information and all that, and you're out there on your own, because in this course, Sell Your Own Products on Amazon for Income and Lifestyle, that's not the way we do it, and we don't want to do it. We know that you know, there's going to come a time when you'll be done with us, and you got your product selling on Amazon, and then you might go and try some other things or something. That's completely fine, but we're there from the very start to when you get to that point, you know, and we're there. And even after that, like I say, that guy, you know, has this product in. So anyway, what can I tell you? That's what it is. The same selfish plug, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. Shameless promotion. I don't know what you call it. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know, because I don't spend enough time. I do talk about the lifestyle part every week, but and probably that's maybe not the most important part to some of us. You know, some of you are young, and you want to get in there, and you just want to do it. You just want to get your product to Amazon and get it up there and get it selling, which is fine. I think that's neat. So with that being said, that's what we're going to talk about tonight. We do this show about every 6 months or so. We talk about how to get your product from China. And when I say China, I'm talking about the Far East, whether it could be Vietnam, it can be Formosa, it can be a lot of different places. Wherever you source your product, India, wherever you source your product, and get that product sent right to Amazon FBA. It doesn't come to your house. You don't have to check it. You don't have to inspect it or anything like that. If you're doing business with reputable people and you've ordered the sample and saw the sample, you're going to get what you got, and you're going to be set to go. So if that helps explain what we do and everything like that, that's what we're going to talk tonight about, how to get that directly from the manufacturer. And when I say China, I could mean any place in the Far East. I say it could be India. It's wherever you're buying it from. You know, we've got people that questions right now. We got people in Israel in the course. We've got people in Jordan in the course, Australia, all over the world, and that's great. That's one of the nice things about this course. Anybody can do it, because we're not teaching you to send products from your home country or anything else. We're talking about sending products from the manufacturer, whether it be China or India, and send them right directly to Amazon FBA. That's what we're all about. That's where the lifestyle comes in, and that's where you're going to make your money, and that's where you're going to be profitable, because you're not messing around sending the stuff all over the country, back and forth all over the country, just so you can take a look at it. Doesn't make any difference. You should be having your thing. So with that being said, I'm going to find my screen share right here. We're going to click on it, and here we go. And we're going to share, and we're going to get into our talk. Now, how to get your product from China to Amazon FBA. And be honest with you, I don't know what happened, because I did this PowerPoint yesterday, and I had it all set, and I printed it out, and all that, and then all of a sudden I came back in, and that container ship, well, anyway, I had to replace it with a plane and a ship, but it doesn't make any difference. I don't know how I did it. So if I stumble or something and get in here and find out something else is missing, because I don't know what happened, but what can I tell you? But that's what we're going to talk about tonight, how to get your product from China to Amazon FBA without you touching it, without you doing much at all, except in the very first. So so here we go, and this is what we're going to do. So what we need to understand first is who can import goods. And this is taken directly from Amazon. So an importer of record, IOR, is required for merchandise entering the United States. The IOR, importer of record, is responsible for ensuring the imported goods comply with local laws and regulations, filing a completed duty entry and associated documents, and then paying the assessed import duties and other taxes on these goods. So that's what's required, and you are going to be the importer of record. It's like, say, what does Amazon, including our percentage, will, now listen to this, will not act as an IOR, importer of record, for any shipment of FBA inventory. This applies to shipments of any size of value, regardless of origin and product. In other words, Amazon is not going to say they're the importer of record. They aren't. You are the importer of the record, or your company. So you need to get that straight and get that understood. Amazon will have nothing. Matter of fact, we're going to come to a slide here saying they'll refuse it. Amazon will not be responsible for or collect any duties, taxes, or shipping costs associated with FBA inventory. All shipments are required to use delivery duty paid, or sometimes referred to as free domicile shipping terms. Any shipment arriving at an Amazon fulfillment center with collect charges, including any duties, taxes, or shipping costs, will be refused without further concession. Believe me, you don't want that to happen. If you send something all the way from say China, I guess I'm gonna use China, China, and it gets to Amazon, Amazon refuses it, and it gets sent back. You want to pay those charges again? No, so do it right, make sure it's done right, and there's a real simple way to do it. You don't even have to worry about it. What will Amazon do? Okay, what will Amazon do? An Amazon fulfillment center may be listed as the delivered to party on your shipping documents. So here's some examples of how this should appear on the shipping document. Is example one, and I don't have any more. I just kept the one. Amazon.com KYDC. That's an Amazon fulfillment center, and then the seller legal name. That's the legal name either yourself. If I do it myself, it's my legal name is Terrell Shire, and I go under Woodford Cottage, so it's my Terrell Shire DBA Woodward's Cottage. That's my legal name, and that's what would have to be under that. Your legal name could be your corporation, it could be John Smith Corporation, or whatever it is, but it's got to be your legal name. And believe me, don't try to dummy the figures, because they're going to check, and you better have the right legal name on there, or you're going to be in hot water. So, and then it's 1800. Rest of it just say they're Lexington, Kentucky. That's the Lexington, Kentucky fulfillment center, and that's where your stuff would go. If it's going to Amazon, you don't know until you fill out that listing telling you got the products coming, you got how many cases and all that. That's when they tell you where to send it to. So you don't know that. And I just use this one, but they will give you the right address where to send it and everything else, especially to be on the labels as you print them out. So don't worry about that. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about custom brokers, because you need a custom broker. Customs brokers are private individuals or firms licensed by the U.S. Customs and Border Protection to prepare and file the necessary customs entries, arrange for the payment of duties owed, arrange for the release goods from CBD custody. In other words, they impound them when they first come in, and otherwise represent importers in customs matters. In other words, what they're saying is custom brokers are private, they're licensed by the Border Protection, and they not assist you, they act in your form. You're going to see here in the next year, you're going to have to give them power of attorney. Now, I'm going to tell you right up front, Amazon recommend these custom brokers. It's FedEx, UPS, and DHL. If you're flying stuff in, those are the ones you want to do. Well, you can use those. I quite honestly, that bottom one is who I use. These two here, Expeditors International and Samuel Shapiro, are the two that if you're going to send stuff by boat or anything else, you need to send them through it. I use Samuel Shapiro, I'll be honest with you, for everything, for all that. They arrange for the merchandise to be flown in. They bring it through customs and take care of it, and I'll explain why. Now, Expeditors International, I'll be honest with you, these are the ones Amazon recommends. FedEx, UPS, and DHL, I heard about and I know about them, have no problem with them. And Expeditors International, I don't have any problem with either, because Amazon recommends them. But I'll tell you right now, Samuel Shapiro is the custom broker that I use. And so throughout the rest of these slides and everything like that, when I say Samuel Shapiro, it could be any more. When I use Samuel Shapiro, I'm not going to print them all out. They're all there. I'm just going to say it could be any one of these. Like I say, if FedEx, UPS, and DHL, if you're flying stuff in, you can't use them if you're using them coming by the boat. You know, you have to use one of the last two. But I use the last two you can use for anyway. So that being said, Samuel Shapiro, that's ones I started out with. It's quite a rigmarole. Well, I don't know, rigmarole, but it takes quite a while to get set up with one of these custom brokers. Takes at least a couple of weeks, if not 3 or 4. So when we get in the timeline, we're going to tell you need to, what's one of the first things you want to do. But like Amazon said, we suggest you contact your freight forwarder or courier in advance of shipping any inventory in order to understand their fees and requirements. In other words, when you we're going to get the timeline here, but just to go on real quick here, from the time that you pick your product out and you're talking about your supplier, and just about you got your supplier picked out and figured out, you need to be talking to your custom brokers, because I'm going to tell you, you find out what your supplier, what their port of exit of China, whether it's China or Vietnam or wherever it is, what port they're going to ship out of, what they're going to do it, so you can know to Shapiro. You can tell them the size and the weight of everything, and they're going to give you a quote. And not only are they going to give you a quote, they're also, and this is the main thing, going to tell you if the product you're importing or trying to import has got any extra duties, because there's a lot of products that you wouldn't think that they do, but how it happens is you've got a manufacturer in one of these states that is owed a favor by one of the representatives or senators. Excuse me. So they go talk to him and says, "Hey, what I want you to do is that if you can attach to one of the bills or something like that to make an extra duty on, let's say, suede shoes. If this is a manufacturer of suede shoes, he wants to eliminate some competition. So he'll try his best to get an extra duty attached to suede shoes." Now, I'm not saying this happened, but I'm saying this is how a lot of it gets in there. So they go through the Congress, and Congress passes this thing and saying there's an extra $1 per pair duty on suede shoes. So what's going to happen if you're selling suede shoes, when your product comes through, say you order 1,000 pair, you're going to have to pay $1,000 duty on those suede shoes. So, and that's one of the things why you need to check with your customs broker at the very beginning, when you're just getting started, to find out and make sure there's no extra duty on the product that you're importing. All right. FBA Advantage, this is Shapiro, that's their email, FBAadvantage@shapiro.com. Like I say, I'm not saying they're any better. Matter of fact, I'll tell you right now up front, from my dealings with Shapiro, they're a big company. They're I won't say they're obnoxious, but I will say that they're a big company, and you know, they do their job, and they do an excellent job. Let's put it that way. They're just not the most friendly company or anything like that. But with doing what they're doing, maybe there's reason not. I don't know. But like I say, they're not the most friendly, but they do great work. So if you're going to get set up with Shapiro, and I presume it should be the same way with the other one, because it's all straightforward. What you're going to need an account with Shapiro. You're going to have to give Shapiro power of attorney, because when they represent you and they sign the name on there as your agent, that's where the power of attorney comes in. They're signing from you when that cargo comes through custom, and what you tell them, they're saying is true. So that's the power of attorney. So you have to accept their terms and conditions, and then you're going to need a customs bond. This is, I got Amazon required. I think it's more of a government requirement, a 1-year bond. Mine cost me about $625 a year. That's just a thing of doing business. You're going to have to pay it. No ifs, ands, or buts. And I'm going to tell you right now that bond takes 2 to 3 weeks to get it processed. By you get it, I think you get to sign it. If I remember right, it's been a long time, but I believe I had to get the bond had to be notarized and all this kind of stuff. And so, you know, you can fax it and all that, but by the time you get it, you do what you have to and get it back, and they do it, and they take their sweet time to do it. The government or whoever, the bonding company, you know, it just takes time. So you're going to figure at least 2 to 3 weeks, and I don't know how many times through the life of the course on that I've got from the thing, and I put this in there, but they don't listen, and they wait until the manufacturer says, "Okay, Terry, we're ready to ship the items," and then you got to say, "Ooh, what am I going to do?" And then you're going to have to go with plan B, which I've got here later on, which is really nonsense, I'm going to tell you, because it opens you up for all kind of problems and everything else. So the bond takes 2 to 3 weeks. So whatever you do when you first start talking to that manufacturer and everything like that, get your stuff filled out with your customs broker. Like I say, it doesn't make any difference which one you want. Shapiro, and I'm not making anything on it. But you need one of them, you know, or if you're going to do everything by air, you can possibly get by with the other ones. But when I think of it, you're going to get by everything there, because if you're going to start selling a lot, which I hope the guys your products do, there's going to come a time when flying them by air is not profitable. You can save a heck of a lot of money by sending them by boat, and that's where you're going to need all this. So my advice is get it set up early, and take it out of the way. And once you do it, you don't have to worry about a thing, because they're going to take over. So so let's go on to the next slide. What Shapiro will do. Now this is what's neat. Now I want to listen to me what I'm saying. They will arrange for the cargo pickup and final arrangements. They will attain a bill of lading. A bill of lading is what you get from the manufacturer and all that. You know, they will process the importer security filing, and once cargo collected, once they collect it, before they put it on the ship, they're going to reweigh it and remeasure it, because they want everything exactly. Okay, once cargo collected, they will reweigh it and remeasure it, because they don't want any false coming in the country and saying, "Oh, this pallet here is supposed to be weighing 780 pounds, and it's weighing 830, you know," and they've already got to figure out the thing that just causes problems and everything else. So they make sure everything is what it says it is, and there's no problem, because that's what you want. You want your products to go through customs and go through there without any hitches and that, because they're just, if they fly through customs and get to Amazon, the faster they get there, the faster you're selling. So so that's what they do. So and then Shapiro will make every attempt to pre-clear entry with customs. In other words, they're going to take all the forms there and get it there and say, "This is what we got coming in, and we'd like to get it pre-cleared." And you know, it all depends on what happens. If it's something that they're going to inspect or something, that it won't happen. But most of the time, 99% of the time, they're going to pre-clear the entry with customs. Once cleared, U.S. Customs, Shapiro will arrange delivery to designated Amazon fulfillment centers. And like I say, those designated fulfillment centers are designated by Amazon. And when you list the shipment coming in, when you tell them how many cases, how much product, everything like that, they will tell you which fulfillment centers they're going to send your product to. Depends on where they have the most room at the time, or where they sometimes some parts of the country will sell a lot more of some product than another part. In other words, like down here in Florida, snowsuits, boots, and all that don't sell very well. Hate to tell you. So you know, they're not going to send the whole shipment down here to Florida. They're going to send it to Minnesota, Wisconsin, someplace like that, or Midwest, someplace where where they can ship it out good. They know what they're doing, so don't worry about it. You don't have much choice over that. Well, there is. You can change to get it sent to one place if you want, but it's going to cost you. So I'm not going to go into tonight. That's a whole nother story. You can, if you want, get it. It's usually you're going to get it sent to 3 places, which is fine. You just have it broke down. If you got you know, 100 cases, you can send 100 cases to 3 different places. Will it cost you any more money? No, it's probably cheaper because if you send one that's a long way away, you know, and usually what happens in when Amazon gives you the place, they give you one close, one middle, and one maybe at the other end of the country. That's what it usually seems like to me, but I don't know that's gospel, but that's just about usually what it takes. So so let's go on here. So, all right, now, okay, see, that's what happened. You're in control way. This is, see, there's 2 or 3 slides missing. I don't know what happened as I turned off my computer to get everything down so it has all the power and everything for this. For if you're going to do one of these Google Hangouts and that, you need to have as much RAM or whatever they call it and everything. So I usually shut my thing off about an hour before, and sometimes I take a bath. Sometimes it doesn't make any difference what I do, but and then I turn it back on so everything's fresh, and I don't turn on my email. I turn everything else on so I've got plenty of power. And I did that, and I lost pretty much. So sure, they'll make every attempt. And so what I can say is what happens after Shapiro does all this. And the neat thing about it is once you turn it over to Shapiro, the customs agent, hold on a minute, I've got a physical copy here. Boy, I am so sorry. But anyway, here we go. Right. Oh well. Hold on here a minute. Okay, there's where I'm at. All right, here it goes. And you're just missing some product to Amazon FBA order checklist. This is, in other words, I talked to you a little bit earlier about the timeline. I'm so sorry this is missing because I don't know what happened. But if anybody wants this checklist, if they will send me an email, terryshire@gmail.com, I will have this. I will have redo this. I'm probably going to have to do this, and I will send it to you. So it's a product to Amazon FBA. It's, in other words, it's what you need to do in what order and that to get your product from China to Amazon. Product. It's a checklist. So I'm going to read it off here, and here's what you need to do. First of all, you need to pick your product, and then you get your price from the manufacturer. And then as soon as that happens, then you check with Shapiro for hiccup. Like I say, I'm just using Shapiro. It can be any of those, but you need to check for hiccup. Make sure there's no extra duty or anything else on those products that you're buying. And then you order your product. And then the manufacturer, after the product is produced and everything like that, is going to give you your case weight, the number of products in the case, and everything like that. So once you have that, you notify Amazon, product in, and you get the labels. Notify Shapiro that's what's coming, you know, on Amazon, that's what's coming. So they're expecting it. Then the manufacturer tells you the product is ready to ship. You tell Shapiro. Shapiro takes over till product gets to FBA. So this is what I'm telling you, folks, and I'm sorry these aren't here and explain because I got a picture of a guy with a hammer, and you relax and work on product promotion because this is it. You don't have to worry about where the product is in the boat. You don't have to worry about any of that. Shapiro wants anything you need to know. Shapiro will tell you. Most of the time, you're not going to hear from him until that product gets to Amazon. You know, and you're going to look up and find out the products there and all that. So that's where we're at. And those 2 products, and I don't know what happened. I am so sorry, but what can I tell you? All right. So now I'm going to tell you right now there is another way to get your product from Amazon to get your product to Amazon from China. And you can do it like this if you want. I'm just telling you right now, you're going to have a lot of problems. But anyway, you're in the control. If you want to control things and check everything out and all that. So you give manufacturer pallet instructions from Amazon. Also label PDFs. That's after the product is ready to be shipped in that. Then you're going to have to tell the manufacturer how many pallets, how many products to put on each pallet, and you're going to have send them a PDF of all the labels, and they'll have to put the labels on the case and the pallets, because the pallets are probably going to go different places. And so you arrange with the local forwarder to ship to states, somebody over in China, and believe me, your manufacturer is going to suggest that. Oh, much faster you use local forwarder. Much faster you do this. Much faster you do that. And sometimes it could be, folks. But I'm going to tell you something. You're going to have to do a lot of the work yourself. And I'm going to tell you what, these guys are not going to be responsible. You know, if something happens, if something's wrong with that, they could care less. Man, they're over in China. They're not, you're not going to worry about your product. Shapiro will, or the other one. So then you arrange with you as custom broker to accept products and bring through customs. What you do is you arrange with a local forwarder over in China to ship your products, put it on the ship, ship your products, prepare all the papers and everything like that, and get your product to America. Now, can't get it through customs. You got to arrange with the U.S. customs broker to accept the product and bring it through customs. Now, some of the Chinese custom brokers are allowed, can work are licensed to work with the U.S. system, and they can get it through the thing. But once there, then someplace they're going to have to take it to their warehouse, and I presume they probably have their local here. They're going to, and then they're going to have to slap the labels on, make sure everything's right if they know how, and then they're going to have to ship it to the designated Amazon fulfillment center. And then I say, and I put down there, Amazon shipping guidelines must be used. To me, it's ludicrous to do it this way, because for a couple of reasons. One reason is very simply that these guys, like I say, they're not going to be responsible like somebody here in the States, because you know, you can file a complaint with the Amazon if Shapiro or one of these others don't live up to their expectations, because they're recommended by Amazon. And believe me, they don't want Amazon on their case, because Amazon wants them to provide you with the best possible service product. Or not, they'll get somebody else and recommend somebody else. So it just makes sense. You've got that with the arranging for somebody from China or someplace else to bring it through, or Vietnam to bring it through, a forwarder. There's no responsibility there. So what if they goof up and really goof up your shipment and don't even get it or anything like that? What are you going to go tell Amazon about it? What are you going to do? You don't have any recourse like that. So, and then the second reason is because if you're really serious about this business, and I presume you are if you're looking to this broadcast, that you're serious about it. So you want a customs broker or somebody that you can work with. And I don't care whether you buy a product, if this product you buy from China, and next month you buy a product from Vietnam to send them in. Shapiro can take care of, no matter where you're at, they can take care of the product and get it through. And you're going to work with them and them only. If you do it this other way, you're going to have to get a broker in Vietnam, going to have to get a broker in China and all that. And you're not going to, they all work different. So you're not going to get used to them. And you're going to go through this rigmarole every time of getting things set up. So why not? Like I say, I teach the lifestyle method. I don't want you messing with all that. That stuff is not important. So what, you've got a $4,000 order, and you're going to, there's $50 difference in price or something like that. It's not worth it. It's worth it to go through Shapiro, who Amazon recommends, I recommend, to make sure and to know that your product's going to get shipped to Amazon the way it should, with the labels in place and the pallet labels in place and everything else. So when Amazon gets your product, they just automatically go right there and put it up, and it's up there to sell. So that's why I suggest that. I'm saying you're in control way. If you're a control freak, you should not be in this business. I'll tell you right now, OCD or what do you want to call it, you don't need to be in this business, because this will drive you crazy knowing that products on the ship, and you hear out there that there's a hurricane or a typhoon or something, or monsoon, typhoon, I guess it is, whatever it is over there. And so you're starting to worry. Shapiro takes care of all that. So what can I say that's it. So we find that. I'm going to get you back here to uh, right here. Stop. And right there. So there you see my gorgeous looking face. So what can I tell you? That is my, like I say, I do that about, this is the second time this year, because I keep getting questions asked where as new people come along, they don't understand all that. And like I say, if you're a member of the course, you call me up, and you got my phone number. It's not me calling you, it's you calling me. Or sometimes if I don't hear from somebody for so long and I know they were having some problems or something like that, I will give them a call. So, but that's just the way it works, because in the course, we come to the course, we want to see nothing more to see you succeed. And like I say, that's one of the happiest days of my life, is when I get a phone call from one of the guys in the course saying, "Hey Terry, my first product, it's there, it's live on Amazon, and here's the Earl, or whatever we call it. Go take a look at it. Man, it is great." And there's, I can hear the excitement in the voice, the how much fun it is. They've succeeded. They can do it, because once you do it 2 or 3 times, it's just a matter of fact. Unless you try to do it that your own way and try to be in control. And believe me, like I say, I think it's ludicrous. I'm not a control freak. My wife might disagree with me, because she and I are entirely different. She's a control freak. I don't know, but anyway, she likes to know exactly where every penny is, and what can I tell you? I love her dearly, and I'm not complaining against her, because she helps me, and she is a blessing. What can I say? So, but anyway, that's what I'm trying to talk to you about, and I'm not trying to. Oh, let me before I go any farther, I want to tell you a little bit about over here on the right. You saw all those things. Starting next week, and you probably won't need to say anything. I told you about, we've got a new studio coming. I've got some new props coming, and one of the reasons is I talked to you a little bit about tonight. If I'm going to take a course, I signed up for a course. It starts next Tuesday. There's plenty of time. You don't need it. But what it does, it's going to take this program and a lot of other, because do you realize now that I can broadcast a Google Hangout, have it simultaneously be broadcast on Blab, Periscope, and a couple others. There's getting more and more, and it's more important as we get in, because Amazon, just advertising your product on Amazon promotions or anything like that is a help. Believe me, it does good, and I'm not knocking it. But if you want to be successful in this business, if you want to triumph, if you want to be, then you need to learn how to use broadcasting like this. And that's how I got started. I got started, what, year and a half, 2 years ago on the broadcasting part, and I love it. And so it's time to go one more step forward, because I don't know, we don't talk too much about it, but beside doing this, I take some products and I do video reviews of them and put them up, and put them on, and I know how to do the keywords. I know how to do all the other things, the settings and everything that's involved, so that they go, sometimes my videos go from they will be up on and rank number 1 or 2 in their category within 30 minutes. I've had them as close as 15 minutes, 10 minutes, but it doesn't make any difference. But they do get ranked because I know how to do it. But it's time to take it one step further, the video part of this, because I would like nothing more than I talk to you. I like to be talking to people over at Blab at the same time, or on Periscope, because it's different audiences that watch it, and they're interested just like they are. So that's what we're getting set up to do it. I have to use we're going to have a product called XSplit, which is, if you don't know, it splits your screen and does all kind of things, and it just will allow me to do a lot more in the presentations that I can't do now. Like now, I've got to hunt and peck up there and find out a screen share and all that, and doing this at this course right here. It's Hangout Hangout Marketing You, Hangout Manager. I am going to take it. It starts next Tuesday, and I hopefully you will consider yourself maybe the beneficiaries of me taking it. I know I'm going to enjoy it because there's so many things. Like when I'm talking here, instead of sitting here and you see my kitchen back there, you'll be able to see maybe the beach over here, where I'm just what, 2 miles from, not even that, it's about a mile, I guess a mile if I go straight the way the crow flies from the beach. And you know, what can I tell you? But we're going to have the capability of doing that. We're going to have the capability to simulcast and do all that. So I'm really excited about it. Like I say, it happens this Tuesday. If you want to know about it, if you'd like to join me on the course, it's this one, Hangout Marketing You, Hangout Mentor. To me, it's I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to have a good time. And if you're serious about this business, it's one of those things that you're going to do. If you want to get the maximum out of your product, then you're going to have to learn. Do you have to do it? No, I don't mean it like that. And it's not like I'm trying to throw it down your throat. It's one of those things that'll pays for itself 10 times over. You know, so be cognizant of that. If you want to join me on that course, it's that Hangout Mentor You right there. Now, what I want to do now, and I forgot all about it, just turn the question and answer app on, and because I want to answer your questions. Okay. Well, here's already got one. I just want to say thank you for all the advice. My question is, how hard is it to get ungated in a category? Should I do it myself or use this? Hold on, let me put it up so you can answer. Hold on here, there. Currently answering. Just want to say thanks for all the questions. Let me tell you right now, it depends on the category. Some categories are really simple, and some it depends on who you get the reviewer over at Amazon. I tell you right now, if you get refused, just wait a couple hours and go back and talk to somebody else. But some of those categories, you have to know flat files and all that. And I'm going to tell you, I would not be the one you'd want to ask about a flat file. I know quite a few of my friends sell in clothing and shoes and all that, and that's all flat files, and it takes some doing. So the question is, should I would use an ungated service. I'll be honest with you. In the course, I list 3 ungated services that I know of, and I know they all do a good job. And I don't even know if the prices are that much between the thing. I know that when my friend got ungated in shoes, it was like $100, and he was ungated in a day. So and shoes are one of those things where another one of those where it takes flat files and all that, and you got to know what you're doing. And I'm not the one you really want to ask about the flat files and that. I'll tell you that. Nothing wrong with that, but it's one of those things. I'd hire somebody if it was me. But some of the category, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what category you're interested in, and I hope that's. I don't mean to be vague on it, but I guess it is, because some of them, like I say, I've heard from different people that got ungated in a few minutes, and other have been at. I know one person right now that's working on shoes, and she's been trying to do it herself, and I believe she's up to something like day 50 and still hasn't got it done. So if I would have been her, I would have paid to have it done. And rather, I can't imagine 50 days of aggravation trying to learn something you don't. I don't know. So maybe what can I tell you? Maybe what can I tell you? It makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Anyway, for you that don't know how to use the question and answer, up in the top right-hand corner up there of your screen, there is a little 9-digit box. If you click on that 9-digit box and click on, I believe it's the end one on the right, top right. If you click on that, it'll say anyway. It'll tell you where to ask a question. Answer that question. It'll show up here. We can all see it, and I'll be glad to answer it. So we've got time yet tonight to answer a few questions, and I'll be glad to do it. What can I tell you? That's what I'm here for. I'm here to answer questions, and to the best of my ability, I will answer questions. If I don't, I will get the answer and get back to you. So anyway, we got another one. So let's go. That was from that first one was from David Geffen. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I will do that. And here's another one we got. when do we need a customs broker like Shapiro? Do do you need them when sending a small quantity? Well, it depends. If you're going to send a small quantity by boat, yes. If you're going to send a small quantity by air, then no, you don't need them. It's probably that simple. But like I say, if you wait till the end and you get yourself in a bind, and then it takes a good 3 weeks to get set up with Shapiro, or I presume the other company's the same. Like I say, I've never had, and no disrespect to the other company, but if you're serious about this business, you go, I would get set up with Shapiro, because one thing, they're going to be a lot easier to call Shapiro and say, Shapiro, hey, I've got this shipment coming of suede shoes, and I want to know, is there any special duties or anything like that? Do I need to be cognizant of anything? Do I need to be aware of anything? Is I got to have 1,000 pair or something? And they'll answer you. They'll tell you that. That's what they're for. They're there to help you, and they're there to answer those questions for you. There's questions I can't, because for me to try to keep track of the list of what's I'm not contraband, but what's taxed and what's not, it is it's just, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it myself. And you'd be surprised some of the products that you're going to find on there that have the extra duty. Like I told you, it's somebody, because somebody got their congressman to stick it on the end of a bill, and it got passed. Nobody really knew what it was about, and they could care less. It was Senator Joe's project, and everybody wanted Senator Joe to like him, so they voted for it, and they didn't know it. And I'll be honest with you, that's how most of those tariffs get on there. And it's because Joe's trying to protect his people back in his hometown. So I don't blame you. But so that, I hope I answer your question. Let me see. This is Ahmed Joini. I don't hope I pronounced that right. I don't mean to merge. If I did, I apologize. Don't mean to. So okay, he's got another one here. Oh, who is going to check if the manufacturer did everything the right way before the shipment to the U.S.? Shapiro or the other company. What? And maybe I didn't put it in there. One of the things, and we've talked about this a lot of times, I just presumed you knew, and I apologize for that. I probably should have put it in there. After you get your terms worked out with the manufacturer over there, and the manufacturer starts making the thing, one of the first things you want to do is you want to have them send you by air, not a sample, but one of the products as it comes off the assembly line. You want to check that sucker. You want to make sure it's in the right box, the right packaging, it's got the right label, and the UPC is exactly what it should be, and everything else. That's something you have to do, but that you do with the manufacturer before the product's thing, and then you give the manufacturer the okay to go ahead and produce. If that's everything is exactly what you want. If you don't, you don't. I hope that's so that's mainly, you check on it through the sample. You get that sample. That's why it's a heck of a lot easier to get a sample of 1 or 2, whatever you're having the manufacturer send, than to have to send 1,000 cases to you, and you got to pay that freight all the way to your house, when it could have went right straight to Amazon, FBA, and saved you $200-300 or more. And plus the other thing, when it comes to your house, you've got to help unload them. You've got to put them in your garage. You've got to store them until you check out the one product you need, and then you got to take all 1,000 of them, and you have to put them on pallets and ship them back. That's ludicrous, folks. To me, it is. It is. Like I say, I can't see why anybody want to do that, but I know there's a lot of people do it, and a lot of people courses they teach you to do it. But to me, it doesn't make sense. Gosh darn it! Life is too short to have to do all that kind of stuff. Man, I'm telling you, I used to have this bumper sticker in my car that said, life is too short to ration your candy. Well, life's too short to be packaging and labeling and palletizing. And then you got a pallet, you got to strap them, you got to put them on. The pallet labels have to be the right place. And Shapiro does all that thing. They make sure it's right. Their agents know exactly where those pallet labels have to go, where the box labels have to go, and they make sure before it goes out of China or wherever that it's right. So who's going to check the in the right way before the shipment? Shapiro. Best I can tell you, they'll work with you if and explain what the product is. Send them a picture, or they want a product, send it to them. But they will check and make sure everything's right, because they don't want those. If they're the customs agent, they don't want those products coming back, because they're going to be stuck with them. They want those products to be right, have the right labels, and have the right everything, and go right to Amazon. And so you can sit on that beach and work on your promotions, because I'm going to tell you right now, promotions is where it's at when it comes to Amazon selling, especially private label anymore. Long gone are the days when you could send a product in there and it was going to just automatically fly off the shelf. Just not going to happen anymore. It takes not a lot of work. It doesn't take heavy work or anything else. You have to understand, and that's what I'm trying to get across to you, that when there's promotions and that, because the more you help Amazon, the more they're going to help you. And that's by doing promotions, getting those customers in. You tell me that Amazon doesn't know how many people came from the outside and went directly and found your product because you were promoting it. Don't you think that Amazon looks at that and say, hey man, this guy is all right, and we're going to do everything within our power to see that he gets all the customers and all the exposure he needs? It's as simple as that. It's just plain common business sense. It's just like you would, what can I tell you, folks? If you go, I gotta tell you, one of the things, I was in the restaurant business for what, 15 years, something like that. That's when I first did. When I first graduated from high school, I started within 2 weeks. I started my first business. It was an A&W drive-in in a little town in Illinois, and I learned there right away. You don't serve shoddy food. I don't care whether you're a little town or anything else. You serve it first class, and that's what it's all about. That is good business. You sell people, you give people what they want, when they want it, and how they want it, and man, that's a winning combination. And that's what you're doing here on Amazon. So like I say, use Shapiro, use them to your advantage, man. And don't worry about it. So we're all right. We've got that. I've got another question here. Same. So we're going to select this one here. Hold on a minute. What about promoting the product? Do we promote it, or Amazon, or through social networks, and how to promote a product? Oh man, Ahmed, that's like about 2 shows worth of information right there. But all right. Of course, in the course we go into this and all in great detail and everything else, but I'll do my best. What do we got? I got 5 minutes. We can go over time. What about promoting the product? Do we promote it, or Amazon? Both. Mainly Amazon, like I just said, I just talked to you. Amazon, if they see that you're promoting it, they're seeing that you're getting customers in from the outside, they're going to do everything to help you. But if they see you're just sitting there and the product's just sitting there collecting dust and collecting Amazon, what do you call those, long-term storage fees, that they're not going to help that, because Amazon, one more time, wants their customers to get the best possible service and with the best product at the best price. That's all Amazon wants. That's what they want, and that's what they're going to get. So what about promoting the product? Do we promote it, or Amazon? Yes, both. Like I say, Amazon has got the Amazon promotion tools, and use them to your advantage. They've even changed that within the last 2-3 weeks. It used to be it was all generic, but now they've gone and you've got the 3 ways. Like if you've ever done Google AdWords or anything like that, you can use the exact match, what you call it, Matt. They got 3 different ways to do it. They're really getting sophisticated and they're getting good. The Amazon promotion tool is good. You use it to your advantage. And sometimes we'll probably do a Google one of these hangouts on that promotion tool, because we did once a long time ago. So you can look in the archives, Amazon privatelabelselling.com, and look at it, or my YouTube channel. You can probably find it. So you should be able to find it. There's no reason, but I don't have time to talk about that much now. But or through social networks. That's what I'm talking about. That Hangout University or whatever it is, man. I don't care, if you watch television or what you do when those products are, it's all video anymore. It's all video, and if you want to promote your product, man, you can promote product. Like I say, this video that you're watching right now, because of the keywords I put in and the title I put and everything else, will be live on the internet and searchable within 5-6 minutes afterwards. Sometimes it depends on how long it takes me to get all the stuff together. Sometimes I'll go have a drink of water, a cup of coffee after this, but most of the time, if I sit down and do it right away, it'll be live within a few minutes. That doesn't, but it comes under it's listed under the keywords that I use for tonight's show. It's getting your product from China to Amazon. It'll be listed under that. If you get it, it'll be up there, and you can watch the whole replay or something like that. But I do so many small hangouts like here, and one of the reasons I'm going on with this extra thing is because I can do those things, and I can promote my product and get it listed on Google in the search engines and everything like that. And man, it really makes a difference. And that is my gorgeous wife that just went through. So I introduced her here a couple of weeks ago. She's being bashful tonight. She didn't know it, but she's there. And so let me see. And how to promote a product. That's how you use social networks. Like I say, you can do hangouts. You can simulcast on Blab. You could simulcast with the Hangout on Blab, Periscope, and there's a lot of other ones out there. Mir, I can tell you, folks, it's out there and they're up there. And what happens? It gets your product noticed. Does it cost you anything? No. These Hangouts are free. It doesn't cost me anything to do it, except for my time and the getting ready. And sometimes that makes my wife mad because she thinks I spend too much time doing this or something. I don't know. But anyway, what are that? So Ahmed, I don't want you to cut you short. I just don't have time. It's time for us to go, and I've got 2 more questions here. So we'll go. But like I say, those are good ideas, and remember, we're going to put those for a hangout like this one of these nights. So let's go. Okay. Okay. How much is the course? In what form does it come? Videos or MP3s? Tom Joyner. Tom, the course is videos. It's like I say, 44 or so. We're adding some new ones, and plus there's some downloads. Like there's a product pickers worksheet and different things like that. So it's in there. There's quite a few downloads, and then plus, like I say, with the main thing with the course is you get my phone number and my email address that are just for the course members, and so I'll answer just as fast as I can. There's certain times I can't. Like I say, at 9 to 9 is what I consider my availability. So that's Eastern time. So what can I tell you? In what form does it come? It's just a thing that lists all the videos. It's 8 modules, and some of the modules have 10 or so videos in. Some only have 3 or 4. More getting added. Depends on what the topic is for the module. So anything like that. What form does it come? Of course, videos or MP3s. If you go to privatelabelselling.com, when you come up with the thing right there, it'll say course information, and you can click on that and it'll tell you all about it. You can buy the course, and we can go from there. So what can I tell you? I thank you for asking, because I was going to do a short little blab here at the end about the course, but that's what it's at. It's $349. That's the lifetime. That's for your lifetime. And like I say, we don't quit. My phone number's there. And so what can I tell you? I hope that wasn't too fast, Tom. If not, like I say, it's Terry Shire, it's TerrySchierer at gmail.com. It's really that simple. You can get a hold of me. Be glad to answer you. Try and get back to you as fast as I can. What else is there to say? So I hope that answered that. We're done here. And here's one. Ahmed says thank you. And Ahmed, I appreciate your thoughts. There was some, all you guys that answered questions tonight. Those were some neat questions, and I appreciate it. What can I tell you? It was good. I had a good time. It's 9:02, so I don't see any more questions up there. I'll wait just a few more minutes so we do. But like I say, if you want to know about the course, go on over there. It's privatelabelselling.com, and everything's right there on the banners and that. That's where it's at, and it'll answer the questions. If you don't, email me. You can email me on there. You can leave a thing, a thing for me, and I'll get it on that under some of the videos and all that. Oh, and also while you're there, on the right too, you look. There's a list of all the hangouts that I've done within the last 6-7 months. We're coming out with a new page. We'll list them all for the last year because some of the real first ones aren't on there anymore. They got taken off, and so I need to build a page for this year anyway, and so we start a new one for next year and all that to keep everything in order. So all the hangouts are listed, but they're listed by name and by the date they were on. So with that being said, head on over there, privatelabelselling.com, and just look around. You're welcome to look at some of the past hangouts. They're all listed there, and you can. They're free. Don't even have to do anything except just go click on them and you can see them. So we're glad you were here tonight, and with that being said, I will see you let me see, yes, next week.